about my little baby. I go cool, crazy. About my little baby. I go cool, crazy. I'm crazy about you, girl. And I know she got my back. She a busted 380.
Cause you a bad bitch, you a bad bitch. Anything you want, girl, you can have it.
Hey guys, so I am going to go ahead and get started. As I showed you in the intro, I'm going to be trying on this green wig. Now, I did not plan for it to be as extensive as it is, but last night I was starting to prep the wig and I realized that there's still some glue and everything on it from the last time I wore it. I'm not good with my wig in the sense that once I take it off, I don't clean it right away, which I definitely need to do. So I had to clean it up a little bit and it just wasn't doing right. So I'm gonna see if you can see all of this. So right here, if you can see right in the middle where that part is, all those little beads and stuff right there, that is a little bit of glue. It's on this side and this side, kind of like see through. And then I have a lot of hairs that have like come through this side, which I don't really like. And the edge of it just won't lay down. It's been like that from I believe maybe like the first time I wore it. The girl who put it on, she put it on for me both times. So I want to be able to do it myself. Obviously, I don't live where I used to live anymore, and I think she moved also. So what I'm going to do, which I started kind of doing last night, but I realized I needed to clean it some more, I am going to cut this part, like the very tiny part off. I maybe parted out. I parted out a little bit. You kind of can't tell because it's kind of all over the place, but I parted out about where I wanted to cut at. So about 1/4 of an inch, maybe 1/2 an inch of hair off. So I already pretty much parted it off on here. I'm going to try it out for you real quick just so you can see it, just because the amount of effort it is taking me to clean this off is not feeling worth it. So I want to just go ahead and cut it off, because if not, like, this is a really good wig. Let me try this on for you real quick. Do I have a comb? Okay. The comb is a little bit on the broke side, but I don't know where my brush is, which would have been dramatically easier. I may contemplate getting one. I'm not 100% sure. Okay. So I'm going to cut off about just like this much. I'm gonna completely start over basically. So I'm going to cut that part off and then I'm going to pluck the edges and everything again, because before I'll put pictures in there, or I don't know how I showed you guys before. But yeah, so on my Instagram, I've worn this wig, obviously you've seen it on my Instagram and everything like that, and I really like the wig, but the constant doing this is making this front part lighter than it's supposed to be, and it's just too much. So I'm going to try to comb this back a little bit more so that I can make sure I'm parting exactly where I want it. I already have it pre-done, but I just want to make sure, and then we're gonna cut it and start plucking and see where we are. Alright guys, so this is where I have parted it off. The green is making it a little hard to see, but I'm going to cut, lip gloss. I'm gonna cut this off and then place it on my head, see how it's looking, see if I need to cut some more. I'm probably going to start plucking first and then see if I need to cut more. And we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to take you guys over there. I'm going to probably speed that up and then talk to you as needed. Maybe do a little voiceover. We'll see. We'll see. So yeah, but so far I like it because I didn't want to cut off too much, and I don't need to cut off too much. Excuse me. See, I'm not ashamed of my braids. But yeah, so basically I'm cutting off the part that was plucked before, so it's not like too much. This is also a full lace wig, so I'm not really concerned as far as like parting space and all of that. But yeah, not that much, and that's basically gonna cut off the area that I feel is the problem area. So we'll see.
I don't mean to offend you, baby, but sometimes a queen can have a bad bitch moment too. Hey.
Cool, crazy. About my little baby. I go cool, crazy. About my little baby. I go cool, crazy. I'm crazy about you, baby. And I know she got my back. She a busted 380.
Cause you a bad bitch, you a bad bitch. Anything you want, girl, you can have it. Yeah, she got a little flaws, but she not average. No, baby girl, you a bad bitch, you a bad bitch. Anything you want, girl, you can have it. Yeah, she got a little flaws, but she not average. No, baby girl, you a bad bitch. I like your pussy, but I love your mind. I love your style, I love your smile, girl, I love your grind. I love your hair, and I love the miles. And I love the way that you hold me down. Jessica Rabbit, you get these carrots, ain't shit about you average. July, bust it down, let her have it. She get the last name, Trista Jamaica, even diamond rings. Dolce Gabbana, I buy a hoe, she getting everything. Cool, crazy, about my little baby. I go cool, crazy, about my little baby. I go cool, crazy, about my little baby. And I know she got my bag, she a busted 380. Cause you a bad bitch, you a bad bitch. Anything you want, girl, you can have it. Yeah, she got a little flaws, but she not average. No, baby girl, you a bad bitch, you a bad bitch. Anything you want, girl, you can have it. Yeah, she got a little flaws, but she not average. No, baby girl, you a bad bitch. Look in the mirror, you not average. You real, baby. Man, them other hoes plastic. That new shit don't compare to them classics. Your mama raised a queen, I'm a king, let me have you. Sexy ass hoes, head good on the road. Fuck your enemies, I'm a fiend for your energy. I think we in too deep, Cause every time that I touch her, she get wetter and wetter. It's your birthday and they ain't fucking with you on your worst days. I'm posh, baby, you got a young nigga thirsty. Lady in the streets for her man, she a damn freak. She a lady in the streets for her man, she a damn freak. Cool, crazy, about my little baby. I go cool, crazy, about my little baby. I go cool, crazy, about my little baby. And I know she got my bag, she a busted 380. She got them jealous bitches hating and them broke niggas waiting. She don't need your little cash, boy, she got her own paper. She got them jealous bitches hating and them broke niggas waiting. She don't need your little cash, boy, she got her own paper. She a bad bitch. It's a letter to you, baby. Keep your head up. You a bad bitch. Look in the mirror. You ain't average. She got a little flaws, but she not average. No, baby girl, you a bad bitch, you a bad bitch. Anything you want, girl, you can have it. Yeah, she got a little flaws, but she not average. No, baby girl, you a bad bitch. Look in the mirror, you not average. You real, baby. Man, them other hoes plastic. That new shit don't compare to them classics. Your mama raised a queen, I'm a king, let me have you. Sexy ass hoes, head good on the road. Fuck your enemies, I'm a fiend for your energy. I think we in too deep, Cause every time that I touch her, she get wetter and wetter. It's your birthday, and they ain't fucking with you on your worst days. I'm posh, baby. You got a young nigga thirsty. Lady in the streets for her man, she a damn freak. She a lady in the streets for her man, she a damn freak. Cool, crazy. About my little baby. I go cool, crazy. About my little baby. I go cool, crazy. About my little baby. And I know she got my bag. She a busted 380. She got them jealous bitches hating and them broke niggas waiting. She don't need your little cash, boy. She got her own paper. She got them jealous bitches hating and them broke niggas waiting. She don't need your little cash, boy. She got her own paper. She a bad bitch.
It's a letter to you, baby. Keep your head up. You a bad bitch. Look in the mirror. You ain't average.
Alright, so I have plucked the hair only slightly. I only went back 3 rows technically, so it's not like a strong pluck right now, just because I wanted to just get just a small amount done just to see how much more I would have to do. So let me just adjust these straps just a tiny bit. I'm definitely gonna have to blow dry this a little bit more in the back. It's only in the back that's like really wet, like in the nape area, so I may or may not be able to wait to do that just because I want to just go ahead and do this, but I also do want to make sure that it's right, so I'll take my time. But yeah. And I also may or may not keep this on a super long time. Okay, I am, y'all. Oh, I put my sweater on because I got cold, because it is freaking cold in this house. Yeah, OMG, y'all. I'm gonna not try to be so surprised because, I mean, I know what I'm doing. I watch YouTube. Hello. What I'm probably gonna do is glue it on, but not like 3 layers. I may just do 1 or 2 layers of glue, and then I'm gonna pluck the hair while it's on my head. So I can tell that I definitely need to pluck the hair in the front more, but the overall, like, how it's looking as far as like the shape cut out, I don't feel like I cut too much or anything like that. I definitely feel like I can pull it down enough so that it's not like close to my hairline. Yeah, the color, ooh, I don't know. I hate when that happens. But yeah, I just gotta pluck the front more. I'm probably just gonna do that off camera and then come back when it's time for me to put it on. And I know you may have saw, okay, and you may have saw when I was cutting it, I did it in a zigzag motion, kind of. I was trying to do as zigzag as best as possible, like I was explaining, which helped. You can kind of see maybe a little bit, just a few jagged pieces and everything. You can see a little bit better right there. But you'll be able to tell more when I like pluck it a little bit more. Oh, let me fix this hair and I'll just come back because this is getting on my nerves. It's kind of low-key stressing me out. Let me try to comb this back so you can see what we're working with. I also was able to part off enough for like some baby hairs. It's not that I don't like baby hairs, I just don't like intense baby hairs. I don't like them when people have like their real hair, and I definitely don't like the trend now of doing it with like wigs and whatnot. So, but I like the way I was able to parted and everything and get the hairline to look good. Now, as I was plucking, what I could tell was what I think is, I don't want to say like the main problem, but the reason why it looks the way it does and preventing it from looking as natural as possible is, let me see if you guys will be able to see. I'm going to put it this way so that I can use both lights. So, I'm not sure if you can see this. I'm pretty sure you can because I can see it from here. All of this green dark area. Now, you would think that that is only from the hair that is left, but it is not. It is also, oh, that's actually some glue and stuff, I can tell. But that's also just the color of the knots, right? They are now green. So what I am thinking is, do I want to do a quick bleach on these bottom knots? I feel like I do maybe want to do that, but I'm kind of scared. And right now I don't have time. So I am going to try to just put makeup underneath this and get it in there as good as possible to really like make sure it's in there, but you see all of that green in here. Green in here, green in here. It is just the color of the knots. So no amount of plucking and whatever will make it look natural or coming out of my head. You know what I mean? So, but the overall hairline, like the way it's shaped and stuff, I like it. I feel like I can really, you know, finesse this to do what I need it to do and look the way I want it to look. I should be able to have my hair look good. I should be able to have baby hair while still having my hair back and all of that jazz. But all of that in there is just dyed. It's just the knots. It's like a mixture of the knots and that leftover glue that I was telling you guys about in the very, very, very beginning. So, because when I was plucking the knots, I could tell when I was plucking certain parts that like the knots were like, it wasn't knots I was pulling out, it was like glue pieces, you know what I mean? So like, I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Like this right here is just like glue particle. It's kind of foggy, but it's just that small. It's just like glue particles, and all that is stuck literally inside of the lace. Not on one side, not on the top, not on the bottom, literally on the inside. So I'm gonna go put makeup on this real quick, go get my glue, and then start the process. Alright, so I have put my makeup on there. I put enough for it to do what it's supposed to do. But I didn't want to put too much because I didn't want it to like clump up in there more or anything like that. So I don't know if you can tell, but I actually have some green on my forehead from the wig. So I'm gonna just take some alcohol and clean that off. You know what I can't stand? When you see something every day, y'all already know what I'm finna say. See something every day, and then you like, you know what? Bet I know exactly where it is. I'm gonna use it now because I need it. And then it's nowhere to be found. And then you're like, okay, you look here, and then like, you know what? If it's not here, it's probably gonna be here. And then it's not. So it's like, and then you don't know where to look for it because everywhere it should be and could be, it's not. So I'm talking about my glue, right? I see that bulb hole every freaking day. Every day. I see it every day. And today I'm looking for it and I cannot find it. So that's probably a good sign. So all that means is I'm just going to use a mix between Got to Be Freeze Spray and then the Got to Be Glam Force. I'm going to use a mix of these two. I'm probably going to put this down first and then spray on with this. I also am going to use my prong clips right here to hold back like the small hairs and stuff. And then I also am going to use a stocking cap. I'm only going to use one stocking cap. This is a stocking cap I've used before when I put my wig on, like for real, when I still have my hair kind of out a little bit. My hair is longer, so my braids are more full. Before, my hair was a little bit shorter, so it was a little bit puffy. So I'm only going to use one. Let me roll my sleeve up. Let's go ahead and I already put tea tree oil on my scalp. I use this wild growth oil bottle because of the nozzle. Keep your bottles because this nozzle actually does really work. Okay, so let's go ahead and just put this on. I'm not going to do like, you know, the whole stocking cap method and all of that jazz, but I am going to put a little bit of gel on my hair just so that my little wispies and stuff will stay back. I'm not putting a lot at all. So let's get started. I'm gonna just take this off first. Yeah, I'm gonna blow dry the back of the hair and everything after I have it on my head. I'm gonna just blow dry it, and I'm gonna see about flat ironing it. I may not do like a thorough pass through and everything. And if I do that, I will just do that in like more so like a talking video or whatever, because I definitely do have some stuff to talk about. So that's probably what I'm gonna do actually. Okay. This should be able to, I don't even know if you can tell, you can see that, but this should be able to help me out a lot. Plus I do have on the cap underneath.
I don't mean to offend you, baby, but sometimes a queen can have a bad bitch moment too. Hey.
Cool, crazy. About my little baby. I go cool, crazy. About my little baby. I go cool, crazy. I'm crazy about my baby. And I know she got my back. She a busted 380.
Cause you a bad bitch, you a bad bitch. Anything you want, girl, you can have it. Yeah, she got a little flaws, but she not average. No, baby girl, you a bad bitch.
That took longer than I planned. So, okay. So let me just, and I was able to take out a lot of the hairs that were like coming underneath the wig and the lace and everything. Let me just clean this off a little bit. And cause that's been my problem. The hair that comes underneath the lace and like you can't get it out of the way of the glue and everything. I was able to cut most of it off when I cut off the front part, and then I was also able to pluck the rest of them off when I was putting on the makeup. I was able to tell where it was more. So now I'm just gonna put this on my hair. And since I'm using gel this time instead of the glue like I originally planned, I'm gonna do 2 layers of this actual gel, and then I'm gonna spray the gel hairspray as needed after that. So I'm going to blow dry in between each of these gel layers. I don't have to do that. So right now I'm just gonna put a little bit of freeze spray where the hair is rolled up some. Before I tie it down, so that way that part can get secured. So let's.
You can have it. Yeah, she got a little flowers, but she not average. No, baby girl, you a bad bitch. I like your pussy, but I love your mind. I love your style, I love your smile, girl, I love your grind. I love your hair, and I love the minds, and I love the way that that you hold me down. Jessica Rabbit, you get these carrots, ain't shit about you average. July, bust it down, let her have it. She get the last name, Trista Jamaica, even diamond rings. Dolce Gabbana, I buy a hoe, she getting everything. Cool, crazy, Obama little baby. I go cool, crazy. Obama little baby. I go cool, crazy. Obama little baby. And I know she got my back, she'll bust a 380, cause you a bad.
So that's on there. Let me actually turn this right here so you can see. Yeah, it's a process, y'all. It's a process. But yeah, that is on there. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side and come back. Yeah.
I don't mean to offend you, baby, but sometimes a queen can have a bad bitch moment too. Hey.
Cool, crazy. Obama little baby. I go cool, crazy. Obama little baby. I go cool, crazy. Obama little baby. And I know she got my back. She'll bust a 380.
Cause you a bad bitch, you a bad bitch. Anything you want, girl, you can have it. Yeah, she got a little flaws, but she not average. No, baby girl, you a bad bitch, you a bad bitch. Anything you want, girl, you can have it. Yeah, she got a little flaws, but she not average. No, baby girl, you a bad bitch. I like your pussy, but I love your mind. I love your style, I love your smile, girl, I love your grind. And I love the minds, and I love the way that you hold me down. Jessica Rabbit, you get these carrots, ain't shit about you average. July, bust it down, let her have it. She get the last name, Trista Jamaica, even diamond rings. Dolce Gabbana, I buy a hoe, she getting everything. Cool, crazy, Obama little baby. I go cool, crazy. Obama little baby. I go cool, crazy. Obama little baby. And I know she got my back, she'll bust a 380. Cause you a bad bitch, you a bad bitch. Anything you want, girl, you can have it. Yeah, she got a little flaws, but she not average. No, baby girl, you a bad bitch, you a bad bitch. Anything you want, girl, you can have it. Yeah, she got a little flaws, but she not average. No, baby girl, you a bad bitch. Look in the mirror, you not average. You real, baby. Man, them other hoes plastic. That new shit don't compare to them classics. Your mama raised a queen, I'm a king, let me have you. Sexy ass hoes, head good on the road. Fuck your enemies, I'm a fiend for your energy. I think we in too deep. Cause every time that I touch her, she get wetter. It's your birthday. You got a young nigga thirsty. Lady in the street for a man, she a damn freak. She a lady in the street for a man, she a damn freak. Cool, crazy. Obama little baby. I go cool, crazy. Obama little baby. Crazy. Obama little baby. And I know she got my back. She a bust a 380. She got jealous bitches hating and them broke niggas she got her own paper. She got them jealous bitches hating and them broke niggas waiting. She don't need your little cash, boy. She got her own paper. She a bad bitch.
So like right now, see, I just like whip it and it's just like, over there. So it's gonna be fine for now, but after I come back home and everything, I'm going to fix that up nice like. Oops.
Y'all, I'm low-key so proud of myself because it actually looks pretty decent. Oh snap! Alright. It looks really good when I take my hair down and everything. Cause my eyes are green, my hair is green, I got my green shirt on. Alright, so this is the hair up close. I even think that compared to the other times I've had this hair done, sorry about my jacket, I'd be cold. But I feel like compared to the other times I've had my hair done with this wig on, my edges and stuff actually look way better. I really like how it's more of a gradient effect because it's already such a wild color being that it's green, and I didn't want it to look more wiggish than it already does, you know what I mean? So I'm really happy with how this came out. Yeah, I'm just really happy with how this came out. Some points I was starting to get a little frustrated, but the end result is there. And yeah, so okay, so I actually threw away the hair that I cut off in the first round of plucking I did, but this is the hair that I have plucked out, and the shed hair and all that stuff. All this is like bunched up together. It would have been a lot if I had the other hair too, but it's really not as much as it seems like. But you have to think, we basically did the hair from scratch again. So all of the plucking, all that stuff is like if it was a full thick hairline. So I did a really good job, especially for this only being what it is. I know the next time I go in there and pluck some stuff and do some things, I may pluck a little bit more and do all that stuff, but I'll see when that time comes. But if you like what you see, if you think I did a good job, let me know down below. What kind of style do you think I could do with this hair like that? So just stay tuned. We have a lot of stuff coming up, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. All right, guys, bye.
I might have to bag that up. Right after I get done recording this dope, I had to give me a new bitch. She wasn't bad enough. She tell me she freaky again. Then I'm about to bag it up. She tell me she touching a friend. Then I'm